Why is SMCI up over 190% year to date? Well, there's a very good reason, and I've researched that reason, and I've gone into great detail by creating an analysis of it and then going back in history and getting in the knowledge I need. That's by using the hammer and the saw and working at it and finding out why SMCI has had such a surge. And it's all wrapped around artificial intelligence. And I've identified about 14 other stocks that are on the same path and totally are averaging year to date 76.40% year to date. That's what 14 stocks that I've identified, and I'm right now trying to add about 3 more to it. Just added one 15 minutes ago that is capitalizing on this change that is going on relative to artificial intelligence. I want to show you exactly how I did the analysis and the details I got into and the template that I've built, so it makes it easier for me to first of all identify the stock that is moving, then go and find out why it's moving, and then most important, is it going to continue to move, and how do I determine that? We'll get into that right after I share. This is not financial advice. This is me sharing my knowledge.
Best of Us Investors presents Kerry Griegmeyer.
Okay, the first thing I did was to get into SMCI and find out what they do. And I did that by going to Seeking Alpha and getting a full description of everything that I do. Then I looked at the chart to see, is this a one-time spike? No, it's been going on since July of last year. So that tells me there's some sustainability. Now I've got to go in and get the numbers to substantiate that sustainability and determine that it will continue to go forward at that pace or at least equal to that pace in the future. I've created a template. It's on the bottom of this page. I create a page like this for every one of the stocks that are in my Bus 13 portfolio. But I want to share with you exactly how that chart works. It's on an Excel spreadsheet. And so I'm going to take you to my computer now and show you how I've determined that SMCI is just getting started. So this is my analysis. And what I'm trying to determine is what is the market's perceived value of SMCI in the future. And I can determine that by, first of all, understanding its past history and how it has performed and how the market has rewarded it for its performance to get an idea of how the market will reward it in the future. So what I've got here is an analysis of their income. That's this top line, their growth of their income, their revenue, their growth of their revenue, then their rate of return year over year. That's the reward that the market has given them. Their gross margins, their gross profit margins, and then their net income margins. Then I have here their leveraged free cash flow. In other words, how much cash flow are they generating from the revenue and the income that they are generating year over year. And as you can see, then I have done some averages. Their income has grown at a rate of averaged of 53% since 2013. Now you'll see they've been somewhat sporadic. Their income hasn't always been a positive growth element, nor has their revenue growth. Revenue growth has had some ups and downs, but of late has done extremely well. Notice this yellow box that I created, and that is they had a tremendous $500 million of negative free cash flow in 2022. What I've surmised of that is they spent a lot of money to improve their systems in anticipation of artificial intelligence and the upgrading of the products that they were going to be offering. And as a result of that, the market agreed and rewarded them handsomely. And you can see the stock has continued to go up over 180% thus far this year. Now, what are these numbers? These are the most important numbers you'll find in my analysis. And what that is I've been able to extract what the company leaders, and we, as you notice, the CEO is the founder of the company, his projections for what income is going to grow in 2024. He's estimating a growth in 2024 of 92.4%. And a revenue growth of 22.6. And what is happening is the stock is being rewarded as a result of the market's anticipated growth of this company. And I believe it's driven entirely by their place in upgrading computer systems and their programs relative to artificial intelligence. And that's why their stock's up over 180%. This year, and we're only in the first 6 months of the year. So I see this being rewarded as we move forward, and that's why I hold it in the BUS 13 portfolio and will continue to add to my positions in any dips or downturns that the market should throw at this stock. Because as you can see, they are anticipating continuing growth into 2025 and substantial growth in 2026. So I see this as a result of the research that I've done, and this is what I do on every one of the stocks that I identify as a potential addition to the BUS 13 portfolio. So that's what I do. That's how I come to understand, and that's what my focus is. I have decided I'm not going to mess around with 3D printing and robotics and lithium mining and things, because I can't be an expert on everything. But if I focus on how the infrastructure of artificial intelligence is going to be built, I will have in my portfolios the Amazons, the Google, the Microsofts, the Apples of the first digital revolution. Plus, I'll hold them as well because they own the data. I've basically decided this is what I'm going to focus on. As I said, I'm not going to focus on robotics or 3D printing. I had done that in the past. I will in the very near future start working again on genome sequencing and genome editing because that's deep in my heart. But I'm not going to deal with companies that don't make money. Every company that's going to be in the BUS 13 or the genome portfolio is going to have a history of making money. It's going to have a market cap of over $1 billion. It's going to have a CEO that's been at the company for a period of time. It's going to have a company where the employees aren't selling the stock to capitalize on the short-term profits that they've made. It will have a CEO that doesn't lie to me. I mention that because I had a stock in the BUS 13 portfolio that I threw out because the CEO is not honest. He openly inflates the truth to make it his benefit, and I don't know what he does from them. But if you lie to me once, you'll probably lie to me again. So there's plenty of stocks I can get that are going to have honest CEOs who have skin in the game and want to help me make money. So that's what I'm doing. That's what the BUS 13 is all about. If you want to be a part of it, go into the description. We charge a $20 a month fee to get on the bus. And what I then do is send you daily updates on what I'm buying and what I'm selling. You get alerts to that. You get access to this portfolio and any changes that I make in understand it, and then you get access to the details of how I analyze stocks. And what I do is do some private videos that I go into the actual websites that I use to identify the stock and then substantiate the stock. And then I teach you how to build your own template so that if you want to do this work on your own, you certainly can. Or if you want to just let me do the work and pay me $20 a month to have access with it, that's fine too, because I'm going to do the work anyway. This is what I invest in. This is how I'm building my fortune, and that's what I want to do. I have three goals on this channel, and that is to help my viewers, my tribe, make better investment decisions, learn the tax code, and how to use IRAs and Roth IRAs so that you keep more of what you make. And then most importantly, is to build family wealth so that when you leave this earth, you leave the people who follow you in a better position than you came into the earth. That's the goal. That should be the goal that each and every one of us have. That's my goal. That's what I'm working for. If this makes sense to you, you know how to go into the description, go to the Patreon link, and find the place you want to be. You'll also find we do some swing trading in there. Mark runs a fantastic program. If you want to make money on a daily basis doing swing trading, he can teach you how to do it. He's got a record that speaks for itself. With all that said, I'll talk to you again sometime in the future.